Hi, this is my first blog post for the parent interview. The woman that I interviewed, her name is Erica.
I have two children. Andrew is 5 and Samantha is 2.
They have one television in their home, one computer, and one iPad. Both Erica and her husband own an iPhone and an iPad. However, they said that the iPad has definitely become more of the children's iPad than it even is their own. I asked Erica if the kids have any cell phones, and to my surprise, because they're 5 and 2, I thought she was going to say no, but she actually said yes, they both have a cell phone. I did not ask if it was a cell phone that they use for texting and calling, but regardless, they do have one. And neither of them have access to media in their bedroom, so they can't bring the iPad or the smartphones into the bedroom, nor do they have a television screen or any type of media in their rooms. I asked her how often she lets her kids play on any of the smartphones or the iPads or just any media in general, and I thought that her answer was pretty reasonable.
So when they eat like breakfast in the morning, they always watch the iPad. Okay. We set it up for cartoons. So in the morning, I'd say about 30 minutes. And then in the afternoon, I'd say like another 30 minutes. Okay. So maybe an hour a day.
When I asked her if she watches television or movies with her kids or if she leaves them alone, she said that it depends.
It depends. Like if it's in the afternoon or evening, when we're getting ready for bed, I'll cuddle with them and we'll watch something together. But if it's, like right after school, like 30 minutes, I'm trying to do something else, they're on their own.
After asking her how often she would say she experiences media with her children, she said not very often at all. Even though she's always around them, she doesn't typically experience it with them. But she does have control over what her children watch. So, for example, Netflix and Hulu, Andrew, the 5-year-old, knows that when he logs onto those, he is to only press the kids button and that all of the kids' movies and shows will pop up. And that's also the same with their smartphones and the iPads. They only have access to certain games and apps, and even then the parents will open those games or apps before they hand the device to the child. Erica said that technology and devices have definitely become a babysitter in her world, whether it's when she's trying to clean the house or just get things done, or if she's just trying to keep the kids occupied. Technology and media is definitely a babysitter for her. Overall, I would say that Erica does a pretty good job with her children and their media, even though she's not completely involved. I think that she does a great job controlling what they have access to, and the fact that they only have access to media about an hour a day is pretty impressive, especially in today's society where children will stay in front of screens for hours at a time. However, I do find it interesting that both of her children have cell phones when they are only 5 and 2. Like I said, I don't know exactly what the cell phones are used for, but that was definitely something I found interesting. I'd like to believe that when I have children of my own, that media won't be a huge priority in their life, and that seems a little impossible and maybe a little naive, especially in society today. But I feel that I was one of the last generations, or my age group was one of the last generations to not have cell phones at such a young age. So I think it'd be really nice to have my kids have a balance of the childhood I had, and then childhood with technology, because that's inevitable, but to have that balance would be great.